Art. It is everywhere. It is in museums where they can sit for all to see. They all contain a story behind them, like how they were created or inspired to create. One example is through Egyptian art. Everything the Egyptians have crafted, their forms of art symbolize spiritual meanings like statues that resemble their gods or goddesses. Art is even outdoors and can be used as inspiration for paintings or photography. Art is everything you look at. Art is everywhere. The definition of art found in the dictionary states art is the quality, protection, or realm according to asynthetic principles of what is beautiful, appealing, or of more than ordinary significance. Video games have been ignored as a form of art when mentioned. Many people do not believe that video games are art. I do, however, like with the video game Skyrim. There is so much beauty in this game. Roger Ebert says, "I remain convinced that in principle, video games cannot be art." Well, I am here to prove Ebert wrong. Video games are art. In this visual essay, I will give reasons why I disagree with Roger Ebert's statement, and how I feel video games are, in fact, a form of art, by exploring a few video game examples. Video games are art. There is so much graphic design incorporated into a lot of these games that to me feel like art. They are so lifelike and created to where players feel like they are actually in the game itself. When players do this, they imagine themselves as the main character they are playing. Thus, a lot of emotion comes out when a player becomes submerged. According to Jonathan Fromm, players might feel loyalty to a team member, regret at failing to protect a partner, or pleasure at the misfortunes of others when another player accidentally blows himself up with a grenade during a competitive game of Halo. They become aware when something tragic happens, it triggers a few emotions. One example is when a daughter has to shoot her father in order to keep her safe.
Go on, you brave little girl, go on.
This is way too much sentiment. Oh my god.
In Fallout 3, at the beginning of the story, the main character is introduced as a baby, taking its first steps to its loving father, showing the player that there is a deep connection between them. While the player is playing the game, this connection is shown to grow. Later on in the game, the fire dies, and there's nothing that could have been done to prevent it, again triggering the emotions like anger, sadness, and frustration.
Run!
Otherwise, with the example through Halo, where a character is blown up, it is funny and enjoyable. Video games can also bring out emotions like confusion or curiosity.
This town, actually.
Okay, let's go talk to this.
Yeah,
is that a woman?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ah! Look at that! I thought she was hot from behind. Oh my god! That was terrifying!
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
Okay.
Let's get these chickens.
Chicken's running away.
Oh, wait,
Wait,
turn
who's
around.
getting me?
Oh, it's that guy. Oh no, it's a guard. Turn to the left. Turn to the left. Oh, I killed you.
What? They killed me? I scared a chicken. I didn't deserve to die.
Art is viewed through these same emotions. When a sculpture of a signed urinal is sitting on display, many emotions can be running through a viewer's head, like confusion and enjoyment. The same goes with paintings. Through Van Gogh's painting of Scream, there are emotions of terror and sadness and awe merging together. When someone designs a painting themselves, like the one here, incorporating the show SpongeBob SquarePants, there is amusement and enjoyment. If paintings and sculptures contain the same emotions that video games can, why are they not viewed as a form of art? Another reason as to why I feel video games are a form of art is through graphic design. According to Wikipedia, graphic design is the art of communication, stylizing, and problem-solving through the use of type, space, and image. Graphic design in games pretty much build up all of the components of games in their design. Games are simply art because of graphic design. The stages that undergo game development are art themselves. According to the Incredible Art Department website, characters artists design and builds creatures, including the one the player becomes. Animators make those creatures move. Character artists begin by sketching the creatures on paper or a whiteboard. When the creature's basic design is completed, artists build it within the computer using modeling software. They start with sample shapes, called primitive polygons. They twist, stretch, and combine the polygons until they have a skeleton covered with a wire mesh. On the monitor, the character looks like a figure made of chicken wire. The artist then covers the character's mesh with a virtual skin and adds color. Art is used multiple times throughout these stages, whether it comes to drawing the characters, developing them on computer, and/or adding color whenever needed to create depth. Video games background art is still being used in the same way. Background artists begin by making sketches of the background suggested in the design document. Then they draft an accurately proportioned version on graph paper. Once they are satisfied with the drawings, artists mold the environment shape by shape using the computer as a virtual movie set. For example, artists creating a laboratory might use rectangles to form the walls, ceilings, windows, and doors, then shape circles and cylinders into counters, stools, and sinks. And finally, add any objects players will be able to pick up, such as test tubes, calculators, or fire extinguishers. A player would then be able to walk around the furniture and move through the lab in any direction. Then, the artist adds fill light or spotlights to cast pools of brightness and shadow over the environment. They adjust the color and intensity of the lights to invoke a particular mood or time of day. Just like before with developing the characters, art is constantly in use. According to Henry Jenkins, games represent a new lively art, as one appropriate for the digital age as those earlier media were for the machine age. They open up new asynthetic experiences and transform the computer screen into a realm of experimentation and innovation that is broadly accessible. And games have been embraced by a public that has otherwise been unimpressed by much of what passes for digital art. One example of said person is Roger Ebert. Video games are art, and always will be based on the information I have given. Just like art, video games contain the same exact concept. There is no denying the art that goes into designing these masterpieces.